Hello, awesome people! I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the 14-page short story in this Monkey's Paw collection by W.W. Jacobs. It's called A Tiger's Skin. This collection is done roughly around the Pulp Era. This is when he was writing. He was definitely a prolific author during that time. And he was celebrated, a horror author, and some other stuff too. And he was definitely a celebrated one. The Monkey's Paw put him on the map in a major way and has kept them on the map in a major way too. So we're taking a look at the next short story in this collection, which I've never read anything by him before. It's called A Tiger's Skin. As a reminder, I keep my reviews spoiler free. It's 2 pages longer and about 10 minutes longer than the previous one because it just wasn't as gripping. The first one was a very, very fast and pacey 25 minutes and 12 pages, and this is 14 pages, a couple more 1 pages long. And I figured it probably more like 30 minutes, but it just wasn't as fast or as gripping. I didn't feel that his tale was as epic as it, or the Monkey's Paw that I gave a 9 to, or a 10 to the Monkey's Paw. So it was a little more disappointing. And so basically what I like to do, since I don't give spoiler reviews, is I like to tell people basically what's happening with the key aspects, the first page or two, kind of what you would find out in a novel, or maybe the first chapter or two in a novel, to get you your feet wet, something you'll find very, very fast. So basically we're sitting in town in a rural area, and we're at this. We have this older man in the town. He's at a tavern called the Cauliflower, and there is an artist there at the bar who is drawing the cauliflower. That's going to be the new logo of the bar tavern. He wants to tell this person, who's very, very talented, about a tiger that used to live in the area and the story of it. And the artist says that they don't know about it. They've never heard it. And so now, starting about halfway through the second page, through the rest of the short story, we're going to follow with the tiger's story and what happened with the tiger's skin. So that's basically this tiger that was in this area, in this rural area, and such, and what actually wound up happening. And I think it's fun and interesting, and it's a funny, breezy, more light comedy version of something. It's not horror, science fiction, or fantasy, the genres that I cover, but he's definitely somebody who's influential in there, so I don't mind covering it for you. And then he definitely is somebody, but so it's a nice breezy change of pace, if you will, from some of the headier stuff in this collection. But I just don't feel like it really, at length, it really sort of landed with me. It was difficult to read. It was one person talking, and giving his thing, so it was all in quotes, and then he would jargon people's jargon, which isn't exactly the best way to read a short story, but it probably makes it more authentic, and I'm sure a lot of people out there would be like, really cool. But it never really made me sit with the story well, if you will. So that's where I'm coming from. I read a short story by Jacobs, which was also more lighthearted, called The Marked Man, in a collection called The Tales for the Tattooed. And that was kind of fun. That sort of brought me into the W.W. Jacobs world, if you will. And a lot of folks that were reviewers and said some positive stuff about him, comments and such. Some of them would cite some of their favorite short stories. So I decided to read this collection next after Tales of the Tattooed. So I definitely am used to a more breezy sort of thing. But anyway, I'll try to find this for you in the comments below and link you to this thing. I don't want to take too much of your time, but it's probably only like a 6.5. It's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can definitely have worse things to do than spend your time with. 35 minutes reading a short story for folks, and it's again, it's well paced. It's well written. It just didn't sit with me like the last short story did. So there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Have you read A Tiger's Skin? If so, what'd you think about it? Let's talk about the comments below. Did you agree or disagree with my 6.5 out of 10? If so, let's talk about that too. If you enjoyed this, why not hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon if you're feeling frisky, and let your friends know too. As a reminder, this channel's name is The Worst Thing About New Bikes. That's a quote by a French philosopher named Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? So that's kind of cool. So this is definitely older works that people might not have remembered, or other than the Monkey's Paw might not have heard of. So that's kind of fun. That's where my passion of this channel lies in, and where my fun stuff comes from. So there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. I just want to thank you so much just for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.